Welcome students. In this video we will learn inheritance and variation topic from class 12th biology. In that also we will see the main point, that is Mendel's laws of inheritance. Already we have seen about the two laws, that is law of dominance and second is law of segregation. In this video we will learn the third law, that is law of independent assortment. Okay, assort means combining, and in previous class or previous video we have seen about the law of segregation. Segregation means separation. So here the third law, which is related for more the dihybrid crossover, in that we will take the two or more characters. Okay, so statement is that when hybrid possessing two or more pairs of contrasting factors. Contrasting factors means the characters or the alleles. So the individual which is having that hybrid, which is possessing two or more characters. Okay, these are the word important. Contrasting factors forms gametes. Okay, so they are forming the gametes. Two or more characters are combining and they are forming the gametes. Then the factors in each pair segregate independently and of the other pairs, means each factor or each allele is segregating separately and it is not influencing the other character. Means tallness is always tall and it is not affecting the color of that flower or color of the plant, seeds or pot. All these things means each character is having its own identity. It is not influencing or it is not mixing with other characters. Okay, so this is the thing which he has said. We will take one example, that we will take two characters for our study purpose. We will take one character, that is height. Height of the plant is denoted by two characters. One is tallness, so it is given by capital T, capital T. Okay, another one is dwarfness. These are contrasting characters, so dwarf, that was denoted by small t, small t. So this is one character. These both are one character. Second character we will take for our study purpose, that is color of the flower. That is color of flower. So it is purple. Okay, dominant one is purple and it was denoted by capital P, capital P. And second one is white. Contrasting for the purple color is white. It was denoted by small p and small p. Okay. So here we get the two characters, means two factors, two pairs of contrasting factors. And when they will form the gametes, the factors in each pair, means this or this or this or this. Okay. These are the pairs segregate independently, means they will separate independently, and then they are not influencing the other pair. Okay, so if we will take one example, these four parents or four gametes we are having, so we will write down the same thing. So suppose this is capital T, capital T, capital P, capital P, means both are dominant. Okay, dominant, tall and purple. It is contrasting characters. They are having small t and small p small p. Means recessive, dwarf and white. Okay. So when they will segregate, okay, when they will separate, so what they will do, which type of crossing they will do, we will take example. Okay. These T will separately combine with this, so it will form the capital T and capital T. This T will combine with this P, so it will form the capital T, capital P. This T will combine with this capital T and capital P. This T will combine with this P, so again capital T, capital T. So this type of four gametes we are getting. Here also same thing we will get. This T will combine with this P. small t, small p. This t will combine with this p, small t, small p. This t will combine with this p, small t, small p, and this t will combine with this p. Okay, small t, small p. Means like these are also having the four characters or four gametes. Okay. Now by using these we can write down the Punnett square. Okay. So by using Punnett square we will take that all are having the in F1 generation. What we will get in F1 generation? Okay. Suppose we have done this type of Punnett square. Okay. So we can use these and we can put the dominant one here and recessive ones here. So male gametes by this way and female gametes by this way. So TP, capital P and capital T. Everywhere we can write down same thing. Here we can write down the recessive one. Small t, small p, small t, small p, small t, small p. Okay. So here it will combine with capital T, small t, capital P, small p. Here also capital T, small t, capital P, small p. Everywhere we will get the same thing. For example, we will take here also capital T, small t, capital P and small p. Here also we will write down the same capital T, small t, capital P, small p. Here also we will take, here also everywhere the same things we will get. Okay. Capital T, small t, capital P, small p. Everywhere we will get the same things. Here the recessive one purple and white. Dominant recessive purple and white. Dominant recessive purple and white. Tall dwarf purple white. Here also tall dwarf purple and white. Tall dwarf purple and white. So what we have get in F1 generation, that all are tall and purple, means here one is T is denoted for tallness, that is dominant, and again everywhere purple is also present. So in F1 generation all tall and purple. Okay. So what happened in that? All 16 means 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 into 4, 16. So all 16 are tall and purple, means all are dominant. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to do the selfing in these gametes. Okay. So we can write down the F1 generation here. When we will do the F1 generation, capital T, small t and capital P, small p. This is the F1 generation we got. Okay. All 16. Then what we have to do? Selfing for F2 generation. For F2 we have to do the selfing. Means selfing. What is in selfing? We are crossing the any two gametes from the F1 generation for the F2 generations. Okay. So we can do the same thing here also. So this is our F1 generation. We will take two parts. Okay. Any two gametes we will take for our purpose. So here F2 generation, selfing. Okay, capital T, small t, capital P, small p. It was selfed with another one, capital T, small t, capital P, small p. Okay. So let's see which type of gametes we will get from this. This T will combine with this P. Okay. This T will combine with this P. So capital T, capital P. This T will combine with this recessive one, capital T, small p. This T will combine with this P, so small t and capital P, and this T will again combine with this small p, means recessive, so both are small p and small t we will get. These four type of gametes we will get from the F2 generation, that is selfing of the F1 generation. Now we will take the same thing here also. The same characters we will get. This capital T will cross with this capital T, capital P. This will combine with this capital T, small p. This will combine with this, so small t and capital P, and this will combine with this small p, so small p and small t. Okay, so here you are not able to see. Okay, so this small t and small p. So this type of four gametes we will take. Okay, this is first, second, third and fourth. Same here also, this is first, second, third and fourth. So we can easily understand that each character is having its own identity. No one is influencing to one another. In this case we are getting the completely tall and purple characters, gametes. Okay, here we are having tallness and white. Okay, here we are having the dwarfness and purple. Purple is dominant. Here both are recessive, means dwarf as well as white. Means each one is having, each allele is having its separate identity. No one is having dependent on others, means tallness is not always combining with the purple, or or dwarfness is not always combining with the white. So they can independently assort, they are independently combining with one another. Okay, so this was said by the third law of the Mendel. Okay, so this is the third law given by the Mendel, that law of independent assortment, means each one is independently assorting or combining with one another. Okay, so up to now we have seen about the three laws for the laws of inheritance given by Mendel's. First law we have seen the laws of dominance, second law of segregation, and third laws of independent assortment. Okay, so in next video we will learn another one important point related with genetics. Thank you.